Warning, this video is for educational purposes only. Do not attempt this unless you are very comfortable with automotive equipment and are willing to take the risk of using coil compressors because there's a lot of force and danger behind these if used improperly. All right, so today we're going to be taking apart the coil shocks. They're just the standard springs here on a 1966 Ford Fairlane. They have not been removed, I don't believe, since probably this car was made, maybe some repairs back in, I don't know, the 70s or 80s. But today we're going to take this apart. You'll see here I am taking apart the top of the shock. We're going to go now down to the bottom and put these coil compressors on. I got these at Harbor Freight. They work great. I will tell you there's a safety pin on top that is silver. You can see in the video clip. I just pushed it in there. I'm using this orange rubber mallet, plastic mallet here to get these on so that the safety pins are all the way on the springs. I will tell you, it was challenging to get the safety pins to go over on both sides of this. It is hard to get these compressors in there. I like these sorts of compressors that go on the outside of the shock. It's a little tight, to be honest, to get it in here, but it worked well. We're going to go to the top here. We have the bottom set up. We have the spring compressed a little bit. We undid the top. And now we're just going to slowly tighten down each side of these spring compressors here. So don't use an impact driver. At least that's my advice. Go slowly. You can kind of feel the tension in the springs. You can keep an eye on the safety pins as well and make sure everything's fine. Also, you don't want to compress one side and not the other side. It is best to slowly compress both sides to get the spring short enough. Now, in this case, the spring is actually compressed between the upper control arm, which is what you see here, it's sitting on, and the body of the car, which was the top. So when we were dismounting the top of there, we had the body stuck there. At this point, you can see I need to go take apart these two bolts that are sticking through that hold on the upper control arm. So we're using a ratchet here, and we're going to take these off with a breaker bar. And then we're just going to actually try to slide the entire shock out. So since I have that spring compressed, there's no longer tension between this upper control arm and the body of the car. And you can see it's wiggling now as I'm kicking kind of the back of it, hammering it out a little bit. We're going to use a jack here in a second, I believe, to see if we can get this kind of nudged out of the car. Again, the entire purpose of these compressors is just to take the tension off the spring enough so that we can slide out the entire unit safely in one complete piece here. The few more taps and a little bit of wiggling. Again, be careful and keep an eye on these spring compressors. And it'll slide just out of the car like that. And as you can see, we just slid out the upper control arm and the actual shock. And now we're just slowly undoing the spring compressors. It does take forever to use a ratchet to do it by hand. So I did use an impact driver a little bit, battery powered one. But that's how you do it. I did think it was a little bit risky, but at the end of the day, it worked out quite well and it did exactly what I needed to do. So thanks for listening. Thanks for watching. And as always, until next time.